this one's playable. Votto called it first. Inning over. Tigers tack on another one. Meadows with a single, and then riding home on Torkelson's RBI single. Tigers lead it 4-1 as we head to the 8th on Valley Sports.
Yo. We got Tigers money line is live right now, but we're going over some plays for Thursday night football coming up. Come on. Let's have ourselves an evening. What are people on today? What up, B&B? Vikings? Hell yeah, Austin. Hell yeah. We like Vikings spread. We like Vikings money line. We most like the under. The under is really strong tonight. There's a... You know, it's a short week. Thursday night football loves to go under. It's already a high line, 49. Obviously, the Vikings and Eagles both have solid offenses in the past year, but neither of them jumped off in the first week by any means. Eagles have a very strong defense. The Vikings defense has improved. So, you know, there's a lot of reasons to think this is going under. Also, you got a running quarterback in Jalen Hurts on 4 days rest, and you got an older quarterback in Kirk Cousins that's on 4 days rest. So there's a lot of reasons to think this is going under. B&B completely disagrees, huh? What's the deal, bro? Why do you think it's flying over? Danny, appreciate the likes. Thank you, sir. We're headed to the 8th in this Tigers game, by the way, up 4-1. Solid to hit the first pick of the day. Thoughts on Yankees Red Sox over 9 in game 2? What's the pitching matchup in that spot, Katie? The MLB plays today we have our Tigers money line. That's live right now, looking great. And then we also had, what was the other play today? Oh, Mets money line. So many weapons both sides. Absolutely. Absolutely, but it doesn't. I still think we have a lot of defense here, and we still have a lot of reasons to expect the under. There's just too much defense to think it's just going to soar like that. Also, Thursday nights in general tend to go under. You look at the games that both QBs produced last week, not making me super confident, super obsessed with the over based on that. I mean, if it were the middle of last year, both teams in their prime of last year, I would probably take the over. I don't think that's the case right now. Who am I riding with? I like the Vikings. I like the Vikings, Park. I think there's more value on the dog today. It's a better spot. Because especially if it does become a lower scoring game, then there's more room to cover. Obviously, lower scoring games favor the dog, and it's plus 210 on the money line for Vikings. Like, that's just better value. So my card looks like 2.2 to win 2 on the over. Then I'm going to go with on the under. Then I'm going to go with Vikings plus 6.5 for 1 unit. And then I'm going to go Vikings money line for a half unit. Schmidt for the Yankees, no pitcher announced for the Sox. So maybe a bullpen game. It's just the way the offense has been playing lately, because Schmidt has been better lately, so I probably lean under. To be totally honest, I probably do lean under in that game, just because Schmidt is better. There was a time in the first half of the season I would probably take the over if he's going in there, and then, you know, even if the Red Sox go bullpen game, they've done that successfully throughout the year. Neither team has been hitting the ball well, so I would lean under, but probably stay away. Who's scoring in the end zone tonight? I like Hawkinson. I like Hurts. Shout out Snowman on the Twitch. Appreciate you, bro. Good luck tonight. Check out profile. All right. Maybe we got to check out B&B, see what he's cooked up for us later. Hawkinson over 4.5 receptions. I do like that play a lot. I'm going to make a video about it afterwards. I know it's crazy public, but it's also a little bit misleading. People like to make the post like 99% on BetMGM are doing this or whatever. Like, well, who's going to go take that under? if you're looking for receiver props, you're usually doing it. You're usually looking for something because you want to take the over because you think they're going to have a day. You don't want to come in and find a search for an under on that. Who would take that under? Of course, all the money's on the over. That doesn't mean it's a ton of money that's on the over. It just means a huge percentage of it. Swift TD tonight. All right, that's a decent theory. I just think there's going to be less touchdowns tonight than there are generally, and people are going to be surprised to see it. So there's not a ton of value on that. I do like the Hockenson over 4.5. I do like the Hurts anytime. It's okay. The way the Vikings play defense, is he more likely to run? I've been trying to think on that. I don't know if that's the case. I do see a slower paced game. I think the Eagles will try to slow the game down a little bit. And you expect the Vikings to be a little bit run and gun, whatever. But they even though they throw a lot of passes, it's still a lot of screens. It's a lot of keeping the ball movement. Like I think there's going to be fewer possessions in this game than there normally are. Eagles or Vikings? I like Vikings. I like Vikings plus 6.5. Plus 6 is fine too. Hurts missed a bunch of wide open receivers last week. He didn't look amazing. I know it's the beginning of the season, but 4 days rest impacts people. And the Eagles have a really good pass rush. You know, does Cousins want to get banged up on week 2 on 4 days rest? You also forget this is a contract year for Cousins. Just something to think about. There are factors here that not a ton of people have considered. I don't personally think. I think you just have a general vibe, and that's not uncommon in the first couple weeks of the season, but you have a general vibe of like, oh, yeah, the Vikings score a ton, right? The Eagles score a ton, right? Oh, yeah, the game's going over for sure. You're not factoring in the intangibles. Hurts missed a bunch, yeah. So we have A.J. Brown, Justin Jefferson over 50-plus receiving yards. I wouldn't parlay it. I could take both of those, but I wouldn't parlay it. I don't think there's value in that. You might hit both. Over 31 total? Yeah, Zion. Yeah. I mean, that's a really low ask. Yeah, I feel good about the Mets game. Tigers game looking great, Alex. I agree. The Patriots do have a strong defense. It's going to be interesting to see how the Dolphins look against them. I like Dolphins minus 2.5 in that game. That's going to be one of my biggest plays of the week. I really, really like that game. But they do look good defensively. Yeah, let's get this dub. Let's get this dub with the Tigers. Get this dub with the Tigers. Move on to bigger and better things, baby. Max, I am on the Vikings. I am on the Vikings, baby. I'm riding with the dogs. Give it to me. Give it to me. Run it up. I like the Vikings plus money, or plus the points, and I also like the Vikings money line. I think that's where the value is today, and I love the under. I love the under. Props. So I got my props up on Dub Club if anyone wants to grab a free trial. Those are dropping a little bit later today. The props, all my plays normally are up on SoBet. Props I throw on Dub Club, free trials, $1 to join the SoBet right now. But my favorite prop is going to be the Hockenson over on receiving yards. Or on receptions, I should say. Ground ball, double play. That's going to end the top of the 8th for the Reds. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Tigers up 4-1, baby. 3 outs from glory in this game. Eagles, a lot of secondary out. Interesting. I do think that the reason why the Eagles are favored so much right now and why the public likes them so much is not even as much about the Eagles having gone to the Super Bowl last year. That's definitely a factor. Them being in the Super Bowl, Hurts having a good game, people starting to like be up on Hurts more. You know, that's a factor. But I think more than that is people are down on the Vikings right now. Everyone's like, oh, well, they didn't deserve to win all those games. They had so much luck in all those close games, and that's valid, and they finished the season with a whimper. But they're not bad. They still have a very strong team, a good competitive offense. Their defense is a little bit underrated, if not great. They're a little underrated still. Nice hit for middle of the day, yes. That's what I'm saying, Alex. You go 2-0, 2-0 before we even get to the football game. I love it. I agree, Zion. I agree. Command Rogue. I have Cousins over 38.5 pass attempts, 1 interception. That's a lot. That's a lot of pass attempts. That's interesting. I don't hate it, but it's a tall order. 38.5 is a little high. Is that an alt line command? You know, he does do a lot of short passes, so it's not as difficult to come by. You know, Cook still gets his touches. Yeah, I think there's going to be some value. 38.5 is a lot, though. I'm not even going to lie. All right, so we head to the bottom of the 8th here. Head to the bottom of the 8th. The Tigers are up 4-1. They're hitting. Chance to tack on a little bit before getting these final 3 outs of the game, and we will be 1-0 on the day on the SoBet. Let's go. Nice little breaking ball in there. 0-1 count to Nevin. Farmer on the mound. This is his second inning. He's at 11 pitches now. Damn, that is a high line. Oh, Beans, a breaking ball doesn't break. Gets in on Niven, plunks him in the elbow. There we go. Why wouldn't I parlay A.J. Brown, Jefferson 50-plus receiving yards? It seems free. It's never free. It's never free. I could see A.J. Brown having a down game. I could also see it from Jefferson. That Eagles pass rush is no joke. I just don't think it's going to be the offensive output that people are expecting in this game. I don't think there's no shot at hits. I'm not saying that. I just don't think there's a ton of value in taking those both as a parlay. Grounder to first, knocked down but not collected. Safe at first, and the Tigers have 2 on here with no outs in the bottom of the 8th. Badu gets on. I don't know if they're going to call that a single, probably an error, but nonetheless. Twins money line today versus White Sox. Yeah, I think that's decent. I don't know what the value is on that, but I think it's a decent line. Tigers money line is what we're on right now, but I really like Mets money line. That's probably going to be the best play. All right, 2 on, no out in the bottom of the 8th. Tigers looking to put an absolute dagger in this, a nail in the coffin here. Baez comes up. Almost a pitch clock violation before ball 1 downstairs, 1-0 count. Baez 1 for 3 today, only 1 for 7. Oh, he rips that one down the line, foul. Woo, almost a big knock there. Any other action people are looking at for the game tonight?
Defensive changes. Steer moves from 3rd to left, and Krause and Strand takes over 3rd. Marte and short. Senzel.
You know, I can't wait for October. There's some good finishes to what's going on in the MLB right now. Some definitely good finishes in terms of who's going to make the playoffs. Some really tight races. But with football going on, it's tough, man. It's tough to really be invested until we get to these playoff games. 2 weeks, though. 2 weeks from the best sports time of year. Baez really pops that one up. Shallow left. Marte comes in, makes the catch, 1 away here.
That's the first out in the Tigers' 8th. A be part of Mickey Celebration Weekend presented by Valley Sports Detroit from September 29th through October 1st right here at Comerica Park. Enjoy giveaways, a drone show, ceremonies, and more. For tickets, go to tigers.com/Mickey.
All right, game. We're a little light today. I'm gonna hop off. I'll probably be back on for some point in the game tonight. But stay tuned. Go ahead. You want the plays? They're on SoBet. Go ahead. Follow me. I'll be live again later. The Twitch. Check that out.